What better way to spend a Saturday afternoon than this game that we have in store for you right here? Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the UCF Knights and the Houston Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Well, guys, the Cougars head coach told me before the game, this is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Reese?
Appreciate that, Holly. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Cougars offense will get the football first. And we get our first look at Connor Wigman. Man, he was razor sharp last time out. Completed better than 70% of his passes, throwing for 200-plus yards. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. At the 35, he's loose. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach, you saw it on that play.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take two plays to get the first. Right on the money. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. To the air. It's Wegman. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football team.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So UCF's offense will now get its first chance with the football. Duke Watson, last time out, scored a touchdown just under 100 yards in their victory.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Quick release by the QB. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
They'll run play action. Using the quick game. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. throw to is not open, just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Picks up the first down. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Barnett. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people getting near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw. It's Wegman. The short hands. It's Walker. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important...
There he goes! Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Grab behind the line. It's Broussard. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Right back to the well. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. And they swarm him under. Houston trying to say hello to the end zone in this red zone trip. Back to throw, it's Wegman. It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
The give on the counter. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? The Knights going to go ahead and call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Absolutely perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Makes the grab, it's Wade. Picked up 8 yards there, 3rd down and 2.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They'll go with Watson. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did their throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Broussard. Now the Knights will call their third and final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a third and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Finds his back in the middle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Unloads it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Unloads to the wideout. Good timing on the quick out. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the catch, it's Charles. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Moving out to the right. He'll try to do it himself. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Looking for a man. It's Barnett. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He almost kicked that thing out of bounds, but it made it into the end zone first, and it'll be a touchback. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. No surprise. Looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Colorado, taking on the number 16, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's the Buffaloes, with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. The outcome today brings them to 4-1 on the season. That is a solid start. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The run inside. It's Watson. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff, Duke Watson running left. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Knights come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Unloads quickly. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Here's a give to Watson. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Finds the tight end. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running inside, it's Watson. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The Knights have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the gun. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
He'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Dead center perfect. That brings them to within 1.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's straight. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. What a day it's been on the ground for these 2 guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Watson again. Look out, he's got room. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Looking downfield, it's Barnett. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. This for a lead here in the 4th quarter. And he got it! They take the lead here in the 4th.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Let's go down to the sideline and holler.
Hey guys, checking in from the Houston sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Howie, thank you. He's got it again. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Sets up the screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Makes a move. And there he goes. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Backed up now, here's second and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Watson. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Under fire. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. So the intentional grounding call will be a loss of down, and now it's fourth down. The Knights decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Hauls it in, looking for space. Oh, what a cut! Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Let's go down to the sideline at Holly Rowe.
Here on the UCF sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively. They know they've got an opportunity in this game with the lead and the ball, but they have got to play clean football right now. Right before they huddled up to take the field, the coaches are yelling, execute, execute. We'll see if they're able to make that happen and keep this lead. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. On the run, fires downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Looking for space. It's Chambers. Got enough space. Touchdown, Knights. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's just putting it on your offensive line, man. You're 3rd down, you're in that fringe area, you're just saying, we're probably going to run this ball twice, and we're okay doing that because we believe we can go get it. If we don't pick it up right here, we're going to stay on the field. But there was tremendous surge up front that time, tons of movement at the line of scrimmage, and that paved the way for the long score.
And I think that's one of the things that's really hard to play defense nowadays. You know they have the fourth down, and they want to go for it in their back pocket, so controlled aggressiveness, but you have to tackle, you have to see it come up and make the play. They don't do it, and he just runs straight into the end zone.
Tight end now in motion. Caught behind the line. It's McGarry. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. Houston going up tempo.
Yeah, and you're just running at a time where you can have these small gains where the clock continues to run. This offense definitely got to have some urgency. Down late in the game, I need to force some plays, Paul. We're probably down the field.
And if you're the defense, you can have that all day. We're going to play big zones. We're going to keep the ball in front of us. We've got the lead. You're going to have to make catches like that and make us miss. But you want to keep throwing those little dink and dunk throws, have at it. Because if you keep doing that, we're going to win the game.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Lets it fly. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
To throw, it's Barnett. Looking to scramble. Punts it out of the air. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. The option, he'll keep it. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. So the defense uses a timeout here. 2:08 remaining on the clock. They didn't want it to get down to the 2-minute stoppage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He's got the 1st down, and they'll be able to run it out from here.
I love the play call in this situation. You need 1 first down to ice the game, so you're just throwing to the sticks, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. In rhythm, they get it done. They're going to walk out of here with the win, David.
And this used to be a situation where you'd see offenses get very conservative, run the football. We gotta play safe. No. I'm putting the ball in my best player's hands, telling him to go end this thing, and he does exactly that.
The run inside. It's Simon. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Rides to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Now the play fake. On target. Touchdown, UCF! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He'll bring it back from inside. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. One more play to pad the stats. To the air, it's Wegman. He wants a big play here late. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So, big ranked win today. Hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.